Why?
We're starting the show upset.
Why?
We're here to talk about something else. We walked over here. I've said before, I feel like from point A studio to point B, this studio, anything can happen at this radio station.
Not that long of a walk. Well, I didn't see anything.
We lost contact with each other for just a few minutes. And everything at this dumbest thing I've ever heard at this radio station. I'm going to go out and say it. It's just like that.
Is it about me?
Because no.
Oh, okay.
I would never react this passionately. I'd be like, keep talking. Keep talking.
What happened?
I'm walking by our sports station. This makes it so much worse because they have no idea. One, I'm walking by. Two, they're not saying it to me. And three, they don't know anything about me in this regard. And as I walk by, I hear two people who I don't even know that said it say,
so you can't name names.
I can now because I went back.
Oh, okay.
Listen.
You did a stop reverse?
I did.
Okay.
I did. So I don't even look out of the corner of my eye. And out of our sports station, I hear someone say, John Mayer is a way better guitarist than Prince. Guys.
I don't hate that.
Like,
I don't hate that.
Actually. Oh, you shut your hole. God. And I made it to the break room, which is a few feet, right? Maybe like 10 feet from the sports station.
Did it start boiling up?
I was churning, and I was like, Tracy, don't
engage.
Not engage. Don't because I really didn't know who said it. I know them, but I don't know who said it.
Yeah.
Right. But then I was like, as soon as I didn't know who said it, I was like, well, I have to find out.
Who was it?
So I walked back and I popped my head in like sideways, like prairie dog sideways. And I go, who said it? It was John, witness to the conversation, Josh Dover, Big Mike's favorite.
Okay, Josh Dover.
That he picked for the employee spotlight. Richie, who's the APD, and then the guy who runs the producers. And but Richie's the one who said John Mayer is a better guitarist. And he goes, and Eric Clapton. And I was like, dude, stop saying words.
Now, normally I would say, hey, sports dudes, stay in your lane. You don't know anything about music. Just talk about your punting and your interceptions.
Yeah.
Just keep doing that. And I don't love John Mayer, but
Fizz,
the man is talented on the guitar. If I don't want to watch him sing, I don't want to hear him sing, but the dude can play guitar.
He sure can.
He's up there.
That's awesome.
He's in the conversation.
Of best guitar players of all time?
He's in the conversation.
I would put him in the top 20.
Sure, but that's in the conversation.
But that is not saying that he's better than the top of all time. I'll even say top 3 for people that aren't super freaks about Prince like I am.
You're a super freak for Prince.
But he's the top one. Like he's the top.
Oh yeah, Prince is definitely in the top 20.
He's in the top 1.
I'd put him in the top 20.
But it's top 1.
I would definitely put him in the top 30.
It's top 1.
Top 50 for sure. Maybe even top 100. I don't know. Though.
I went back I lost control.
Did you say how, who, why?
Yes.
Like, did you go in on them?
I did.
And what was their reaction?
I said,
did they defend their answer or did they just
They tried to, but then
cower?
I think they saw the psychosis in my eyes at that point because I was not functioning on all cylinders when somebody just says something like that. You know what I mean? It's like, why don't you just insult my kid and kick a puppy and then watch me just try to be cool? You know, I wasn't doing that. So I go back and I said, who said it? And then they said like, I've seen John Mayer live, and they started the whole thing, and everything was fuzzy.
I really thought it'd be more dramatic than that. Putting John Mayer in the same conversation as Prince for best guitar player, that's not that out of the realm. You're fine. Okay. You're going to be okay.
For anybody else. But for me, that'd be like if you walked by and you didn't know who it was, and they were like, Ina Garten's not even a good cook. Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives is way better.
How dare you? Okay, now I know. Now I know what you're feeling.
I know. You let it simmer, and now you have to operate on this show. I am so vulnerable right now. I don't even know what to do.
Guy Fieri has more restaurants than she does.
But that's because he's dumb. Ina doesn't need restaurants.
I know. I bet Guy Fieri loves John Mayer. I bet
he does too.
Him.
I bet he does too. He loves Coldplay. He loves U2. He loves the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Let it rain.
Probably uses AI for his recipes.
All right, fine. We'll talk about our topic. I know, right? Listen, we need an escort from our studio to the studio from now on because so much happens in the 2 minutes it takes us to get here. Apologies to our sports guys this morning. Okay. Let's talk about Chat GPT.
GPT was used in the making and then the writing of wedding vows, a groom about his wife.
And it was discovered.
It was
this bride and groom decided that they were going to write their own vows, which is really, really sweet, right? And it's honestly the most heartfelt way to quite literally go up, profess your love for somebody, and then make a promise to keep that love forever. So when the bride is sitting at the table at the reception and the groom's dumb best friend stands up and jokes about how he used Chat GPT to write his vows.
That's not the way you want to find out. That's not the way you want to find out.
Also, bro code. Wow.
Right.
Like
all of that bad now is using Chat GPT to help write your wedding vows that much of a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, just kind of like fluff it up a little bit. I'd be like, okay, Chat GPT, I love my wife. She has blue eyes. Go. That's nice, right? 3 paragraphs include the word love. Go.
I'm not saying no, I hate it.
What if what if he's just not a good writer? Maybe he can't profess his love, so he used a computer to do it.
So you can use I'm going to bring logic in and say, when it comes to vows, if you are writing your own vows, you can go online and look at vows, right? That are pre-written. That's not Chat GPT, and get ideas and spitball off of them. So yes, I'm going to say Chat GPT can very much be a let's spitball this situation.
I've done that.
Everybody's done that. Said, it is so cold. Like there are issues with people using it for resumes, and everybody lies on a resume. Everybody does. You don't want to have that equate to your wedding vows, you know? It's just ick. It brings all sorts of ick for me.
I didn't read this story. You sent it and I didn't read it, and we talked about it. All's good. Did they give an update? Are they still married? Did they go on their honeymoon? Was there an altercation at the reception? Did she just go ham?
If there's anything that should happen, is the best friend should be asked not to come over to the home.
Yeah. You're uninvited.
Invited.
Or he needs to like really buy them something real nice for their wedding.
Do you want to hear a fun
Kick in another hundo.
A fun little side story? Have I ever told you about at my wedding the speech that Ian made?
Before Chat GPT, so we know it was all him. It was all him,
and it was a mistake, and I have it on video.
What is it? What?
When he stood up, his mother, who was alive,
did he say
at
Rachel?
The time, worse. Hand to God, this is a true story. He stood up, and his mother was in a choir, a church choir, and that church choir was like 30 people, and they were beautiful. They like sang for the Pope and traveled. They sang at our wedding. They came and sang a song as a gift. Like all of them came because of when you think of choirs in the Catholic Church, what they're typically performing at. He got up in front of everybody and thanked the choir for singing so beautifully at the funeral today.
He said funeral?
You shut up, Big Mike. That is a swear to God true story.
Having been divorced, he wasn't that wrong.
Okay, I gotta go fight the sports guys. Swear